Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the ViperOS final for the OnePlus 3, so stay tuned for that. So guys, now ViperOS is a relatively new ROM. It has made a huge splash in my opinion. It is one of the ROMs which I do tend to be excited about, because it's not just about the features. There are some things which is about this ROM which I feel is great. Let's get started with the ROM now. First of all, I've been using this ROM for about 2 days now, and to be honest, it has been amazing. I really like this, but there are a few reasons for that, which I'll be getting into. Let's get to the settings menu. In the settings menu, you can see in the About Phone page, there is ViperOS. This is version 3.1.1 Final N, which is the last version of the Nougat series, but of course until Oreo version is out, we cannot really say that this is the final version. The Android version is 7.1, as it would say Final N. It is on October 5 patches. It does have the Lineage OS kernel and it is based on Lineage, so you are going to expect that. It does have a CLN status which is enforcing, so that's another thing which you might want to understand. Now in the other stuff, this is a relatively feature rich ROM and I really do like that. So let's get started with the features then. Now every feature, almost all the features are inside this option which is called Venom, and interestingly enough, the tagline is "Feel the venom in your vein," which is rather ominous, but anyways, it's pretty cool. This is where all the settings are. I'll glance over most of the stuff because this is what you have already seen in other ROMs. First of all, quick setting options. There is the quick setting header image, and I really like these this kind of a interface in the extra settings panel. This might be something which you will see only once in your entire period using this ROM, but it is a nice touch. I really like that. It does have a small quick setting tile selector and also the big quick setting tile selector. And one thing which I really like is the brightness bar is at the bottom rather than at the top, and I am a huge fan of that. It's nothing special, but I really do like that. One thing is that whenever you are going from down, there is still this gap where the brightness slider used to be, so that is just one thing which I have noticed. All the options which you would expect out of this is still there, so miscellaneous in that brightness slider enabler, brightness icon, center time and date, all that is available, and that's pretty cool. Status bar items you can customize. You have VoLT option, so you can enable or disable that icon, which is pretty cool. I normally keep it enabled. These all options can also be disabled or enabled as per your preference. Clock and date settings, you do have almost all the features which you would expect out of any other Lineage based ROM. Carrier label can also be enabled, so you can customize that. Battery options are there, and there is battery styles. You can have all of these styles. There is gauge, which is pretty cool. I really like this one. Also there is inside the icon, outside the icon, or next to the icon if you want any of that. This one I would just keep it hidden because it just looks pretty dope. Logo options can be enabled, so you can see the logo is there, and also the option can be customized. Traffic indicator can also be enabled, and it is the full featured one, which is pretty nice. The status bar options, in the status bar miscellaneous option, you do have brightness control by sliding across the status bar, notification count, system UI, or enable SU icon. If in the lock screen option, you can have weather, and something which I really like is the weather icons. It does have more icons as default, so the one I'm using right now is called the marshmallow icon. You can have that. I really like that. Now this is Omni Jaw, so you can customize what you normally do, so that's pretty cool. In the miscellaneous option, you do have all of these, and that does work out really well. It does also have fingerprint unlock. Status bar lock screen also is available. Battery info can be enabled when you plug in the charger, so that's really cool also. Now the sound and notification settings, you have notification options, so this was where you can customize the heads up display. There is timeout and snooze timer, which you can customize the time of it. System options, navigation bar, and hardware options, you do have that. You can enable accidental touch. There is navbar options. I personally don't use navbar, so I'm not really a huge person to say you that. There is long press back button for kill and killing the foreground application. Home button can be customized for long tap and double tap. It is the Lineage style, so you do have that option available. Also volume button customization is available, where you have keyboard cursor control also, and reorient. All of these options are available. In the power menu options, you do have options to customize what all appears. Recent screen can also be customized with the clear out button on the bottom or wherever you want to. That is pretty cool. Lock task is also available in the grid style menu, so if you are using someone, if you're someone who's using that, you can still use that. And then there is the about phone page where you can just see what all is available and stuff like that. So yeah, that much is it in the extra stuff here. Now let's get to the other stuff, which is in the display options. It does have live display, which is one of my favorite features in Lineage based ROMs. Also ambient display is available where you can customize stuff in here. Extra ambient display, there is double tap to wake, which is amazing. I really like that. Battery status on the ambient display is also available. That's really nice to have. Double tap to wake. Prevent accidental wake up does work out. Font and display size is available to be changed as in Nougat fashion. Security option, you do have quick unlock, but that is only for 4 pin. So if you're someone like me and uses 6-digit pin, well, you can't use that. Also scramble layout is available, which is something which I really like. So yeah, that much is it about the options in the settings menu. So these are the features which is available, and I am really liking these features. It's not the most feature rich ROM, something like a AEX ROM or a Session Remix ROM, which I prefer more, but these are features which I am excited about. I like using these features. There are a few notable exceptions which I would like to have more, like the weather option in here, because there is already a gap here. You can easily put up a weather option there, which is there in other ROMs, which I really like. These are a few things which I would like to have added in this ROM, but as of now it's really great. I really like that. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 for features. Now the battery life. I was really blown away with the battery life. Now coming into this ROM, the previous version of ViperOS had Blackbird, and Blackbird is probably one of the best kernels which has graced our device. Sadly, the development has stopped. The developer has gone away. This is not developed anymore, but the current version uses the Lineage kernel. Nothing special, right? There is just this one. This is the Lineage OS kernel. Nothing special going on. That's just how it is. But coming into this ROM, I didn't expect this to have a great battery life. I expected this to have the normal battery life which I get with any other Lineage based ROM. And to say that I was mistaken would be an understatement. Let's just show you guys how the battery life is. You can see the active drain right now is 9.51 per hour, and that is amazing. I've never had a sub 10% active drain. The only ROM which I got this was with the Vertex ROM and also Sultan XGS Cyanogen based ROM. Even Vertex ROM was just about 10%. Right now I'm getting 9.5%. I don't know why that is. There is something wrong with the ROM. There is something else going on with the ROM which they have made, and that is objectively amazing. That is really great battery life, and I really appreciate that. Now the idle drain is nothing to balk about. It's only 2.5% per hour, which is nothing special. I've gotten way less than that with other ROMs, but idle drain can be tweaked with wake clock blocker, and if you can see this, there are quite a lot of wake clocks which is available in this ROM, so there is scope for improvement. You can use something like Amplify. Well, with Xposed available for Nougat devices, you can use Amplify, or you can use just wake clock blocker and just block these wake clocks, and you can have a little bit more battery life in the idle drain. But active drain is something which you cannot configure too much, and I am really excited about this one. Battery was really great. I would have given it the top score, but because of the idle drain I can't give it that. Still, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for battery life. Now the performance of the ROM. The Antutu benchmark score, which is about 147,385, which is on the upper echelon of things, which is normal. I really appreciate that. This is on the higher side of the scores which I received. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Now the stability of the ROM. This is Nougat ROM. You won't expect a lot of stutters, a lot of bugs, and that is true. You get what you expect. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 because that is nothing special. Now the camera. Now this one does come with Lineage camera, and incidentally enough, the camera icon is similar to the Gcam camera, so that may cause a little bit of confusion, but this is a Lineage camera, and this is what it comes with. Works out really well. With flash it is much better than Gcam, and I have been using that for some time now, and yeah, that is something there. It's an average camera, nothing special going on with it, but it does support Gcam, and I have been using Gcam for quite some time now, and I really do like that. So yeah, camera, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 because it's adequate. It's really cool. Now the aesthetics of the ROM. This one does have substratum, so nothing to fret about. What I'm going to give it a 7 because of the layout of the menu. I like this one. This shows that the developer has put in at least some amount of time thinking about this one, because layout is such in ROMs such as Reselection Remix, there are a lot of options. The layout is nothing special, it's just options. There are no icons, which are, these icons give it a character, and I really like that. So that is just something there. I really like this one. You don't have to like it, I just like it. So yeah, that's just how it is. Now the overall score, I have to say that this ROM is exceptionally smooth for a ROM which is a aftermarket custom firmware for this device. This feels like a stock-ish ROM. I really like that, and also I didn't have any issues with that. I liked this one. I liked using this one, albeit this doesn't have the features which I want, but I still like it. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 for overall experience. Let me show you guys the boot animation, which is pretty cool. It also has this shutdown animation, which is amazing. I really like that. Here is the boot animation, which is, in my opinion, one of the smoothest boot animations which I have seen. Within the league, there is Desolation and stuff like that. I really like this one. It works out really well. It's just amazing. So yeah, it goes to ViperOS. Feel the venom in your brains, and that is there. Now, as I have said, this is one of my favorite ROMs right now. It works out really well, and that is about it. The final score is going to be 7 out of 10, which is the Square 7, and I really like that. It's a great ROM, and I would like everyone to try this out because it is really cool. So yeah, I guess that much is it about the ROM. Then hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.